I'm Damon with Complete Media. Today I am charging all my DJI drone batteries at the same time. So check out my video, but before we get into that, please hit that thumbs up button. Let the algorithm know that you like my content. You can also subscribe because I do a lot of content similar to this. Now let's get into the video. I'm Damon with Complete Media, and I have a drone flight scheduled for tomorrow, and I got some new equipment. I wanted to try it out, test it to see if it actually is going to work. If you're familiar with the Fly More kit, the Fly More kit comes with, I'm going to show it, I guess, here. It comes with the charger where you can actually charge 4 batteries and also your controller. And what I found with this is that it charges 1 battery at a time. So if you have 4 batteries that are pretty much dead or dying, that it will take hours and hours and hours to charge up all 4 batteries because it goes in sequence. Charges the lowest one, then, I'm sorry, charges the one with the most charge, then the one with the second most charge, et cetera, et cetera. So by the time it gets to the one with the least amount of charge, that it just takes forever. So I bought this from Amazon. I'm also going to link it right here. I'm going to show you the photo right here, and then I'm going to pull it out of my trusty Pelican case right here. So I have the Mavic 2 Zoom. I've been using this drone for quite a while, and it's pretty darn awesome. So this is what I purchased. I'm going to bring it in here. So I purchased this from Amazon, and according to the specs on the website, it says that it's going to charge them all at once. You can actually, again, I'll bring this in closer as I do my talking, but you have a feature where you can charge where it says 60% or 100%. So we're going to go with 100%, and then obviously grab the power for it, which is here. And what I'm doing today is just checking to see if this actually works. So I take this, obviously we're going to plug it in, boom, and plug it into my power here. And what it comes with are multiple, I guess, dongles, we'll call them. So here's one of them, and it plugs directly into the battery. Unlike the Fly More kit, where it's unfolds and you just plug it in to each, or plug in each one into this one little kit, you actually plug these in individually. So I'm going to plug all of these in. So as you can see here, they are all plugged in. And then I'm going to take each one of my batteries and I'm going to plug those in. And I like to label my batteries. I just have these stickers, and so I know which battery is which. This one's number 1 because it says 51. I just use that because that's no particular reason. I just didn't want to use the lower numbers because the lower numbers we actually need, if that makes any sense to you. I doubt it does, but that's okay. So we have 1 plugged in here, and I'll bring this down so you can see it later. And I like how this is set up so far, because you have what I call the dongle. You have a cover for it so that these little metal pieces here don't bend, and so that's a big plus for me. So we plug this one in. I'm going the wrong way with it. I'm going the right way. And my last one to make number 4. All right, so I'm going to try and juggle this. So you can see I have all 4 plugged in here, and I'm going to set this down gently onto the floor, and we're going to turn it this way so we can make sure that they're charging on camera. And then I also have the cable for, have this cable here for my controller. Also pretty excited because I ordered the smart controller for the Mavic 2 Zoom, so I'm going to be doing a video on that. Should be a lot of fun with that one. Get to test it out, try it. I do like using this controller, but I found a couple things. First, I want to be able to use my phone at the same time that I'm flying, and when you're using your phone to fly, then it's hard to do anything else. So we're still going to keep this controller, but we'll be using the smart one more often. So we take this, plug it in. I also have, I'm going to plug in one more thing. This is for my Epson FPV goggles. I might be flying with that today as well. I'm not sure. It's pretty bright outside. I do have the cover for the goggles, so we'll try this as well. So I'm going to be plugging this in and charging it all with this intelligent charger. So that's what we're going to do right now. See if this works the way that it's supposed to, the way that it says that it's going to work. So I'm going to plug this in, grab the camera, show you kind of, I guess, first person on me turning it on, and then see if they all charge at the same time. So that's what our test is going to be right now. All right, so here we have the intelligent charger. As I was talking about before, we have either 60% or 100%. What this does is it'll charge your battery all the way up to 100%. Or if you only want to charge it to 60%, then you'll put it here. They said that's to help, I guess, keep your battery, especially if you're not going to fly it for long periods of time. But since I am going to be flying this tomorrow, then I want it at 100%. Then we have all of my batteries here, and then we have the we have the regular controller, and we have the controller for the Epson FPV goggles. Come around here, have your power button. So go ahead and turn that on. And when you turn it on, the screen should come on, but it's not. Is it plugged in? There we go. All right, so it says it's charging all of them. As you can see right there, they're all charging, and it shows you the voltage and how many amps are there in the battery right now. As well as on the front, you can see that they are all charging at the same time. For me, this is a game changer. The fact that I can charge all my batteries at the same time is a complete game changer. Because because the Fly More kit and everything that comes with DJI, you can only charge one battery at a time. But with this one, as you can see, I'm charging multiple all at once. So we have all of our batteries sitting here charging now. The time is about 1:40. I am going to let them charge to full capacity because, as I mentioned, I'm going to be flying tomorrow. So I want to make sure my batteries are completely ready to go. And I will test it out to see how long it takes for the batteries to go from basically zero, because I flew yesterday and brought it all the way down to about 20%. I set my alert to let me know at 25% that it's time for me to land the drone.
2 hours later.
We are all finished. It looks like everything has been charged completely. One thing I noticed is after the battery reaches full capacity, the light still continues to blink for, I don't know, about a minute or so, even though on the charger itself, it shows that it's completely charged. That's, I guess, what no load means, that it's completely charged. It took about 2 hours, 2 solid hours, we'll say 2.5. I had to leave for a little bit, so I turned the charge off, and then when I came back, I started the charge again. So I started the charge at 1:40, and I stopped it at 2:23. Then I started again at 6:32, and it's finished at 7:43-ish. So that's what we're looking at here. I'm actually impressed with how quickly it charged, because I believe one battery takes about 3 to 4 hours just to charge. I'll go ahead and test that out with my other battery as well. Other than that, I'm excited to get this drone up in the air. My name is Damon with Complete Media. I appreciate you checking out the video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I do a lot of videos like this about some of the equipment I have. For instance, the microphone that I'm using connects directly to my iPhone. I did a video on that right here. I did a video on the Pivo, which is the controller that allows the camera to move. So when it sees my face and it sees me move like this, then it actually pans, it connects also to my iPhone. So I'm doing a video on the Pivo and a bunch of videos on the drone, which will all be linked down in the description. I'll do a lot of tags as well in this video. Again, I'm with Complete Media. My name is Damon, and thanks for checking me out.
I am the true truth. Everybody talks lies. Polls, all rating goals.